Hi everyone, I am Dr. Leon Raj. In this video, I am going to explain how to read editorials in leading newspapers to understand the current events. So, this article is published on October 10, 2024, on the date of World Mental Health Day. So, how to read these editorials? So, let's see. So the theme of World Mental Health Day, the date is October 10th. This year is about prioritizing mental health in the workplace. So theme of what? So theme of World Mental Health Day. On which date? October 10th. Which year? This year is about prioritizing mental health in the workspace. So the question, the title answers the question what, which date, which year, and which title or which theme. So subsequently, let us uh, go into the details of the editorials. Mental health in India's material world. So the material world, which country's material world? Which country's material world? India's material world. So they are going to talk about mental health in India, India's material world. So they want to give an additional information about India, that is material world. So this article is written by Mr. Soumyajit Bar and the assistant professor Miss Kalpita Bar Paul. So what they wrote, we will see now. So in July this year, so this answered two questions or one common question, uh, that is when. Under this, two questions were answered. Which month, which month, which year. So this year in July, the case of a 26-year-old woman executive working. So this executive working describes a 26-year-old woman. So which age, who are the questions answered in this section. Uh, Executive working for a multinational consulting firm. So the woman is working in a multinational consulting firm, ending her life due to immense work pressures, moved the spotlight to an important issue that concerns millions of working Indians. So this gives an information that uh, she had committed suicide, that ending her life due to what? So what reason? Due to immense work pressure. Also they give additional information. This incident moves the spotlight to an important issue. What is that issue? Concerns millions of working Indians. So, these many questions, this first sentence is answered. The next sentence, in September. So again the question, when, which month? September month. A 38-year-old software engineer. So they are going to tell some person who is a software engineer of 38 years old. So the questions answered was who and what is his age. With the 15 years of experience, so the engineer has 15 years of experience in a Chennai based firm where ended his life. So one person committed a suicide. So they are giving a description about him. He is a 38-year-old software engineer with 15 years of experience in a Chennai based firm. And when he committed suicide in September, he committed suicide. Then second line, they are describing about him only, the software engineer. He was on medication. For what reason? Uh, for depression caused by work stress. So what causes depression? So he was on medication. For what reason? For depression. Uh, Caused by who? Caused by work stress. Despite their successful careers. So this sentence and the previous sentence is connected by this term, despite their successful careers. So first they talked about women, and second they talked about a software engineer. So this sentence connect these first and second sentences. Despite their successful careers, the loss of these lives underscores a growing in mental health crisis in India. Um, so loss of these lives. So the above said two lives, that is one woman and one engineer. So underscores means it is emphasizing, it is pressing the growing mental health crisis in India, where you are going to describe about India. That's why this where sentence is used, where success is often equated with relentless productivity and material wealth. So relentless means continuous or say um, non-stopping. So non-stopping productivity, the continuous productivity and material wealth is often equated to success. Often means sometimes, or many times, sometimes or many times. So it is equated with the success. So this portion is describing about India. These events reveal the struggles many face, such as battling depression, anxiety, and lack of purpose, even as they put up a facade of success and contentment. So 4 and 5. So these events means above said events, that is suicide of a woman and a software engineer, reveal the struggles many face, such as, so this are the struggles faced by who? Many. So this is the question answered. What struggles? Faced by who? Faced by many. So this is the first paragraph. So now we have clearly understood what they have told in the first paragraph. Then in the second paragraph, India is currently witnessing. Witnessing what? A surge in mental health disorders. Surge means increase. Increase in mental health disorders. So India is witnessing this portion, a surge in mental health. According to the Lancet Psychiatry Commission. So according to this, what they are telling, over 197 million people suffer from conditions such as depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. This also comes under depression, anxiety, or sorrow. It's similar to that. So over 197 million people, means more than 197 million people, suffer from what? Conditions such as depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. So, next sentence, the economic growth has created new opportunities. Yes, economic growth created new opportunities. Yes, we also agree that. But on the other hand, it has also intensified societal pressures and personal expectations. And the societal pressure and personal expectations. So these are also intensified due to what? Due to economic growth. As India's developmental aspirations rise. So developmental aspirations rise. We also think for development. So the developmental aspirations means the intensity, our willingness for development rise or increase. The mental well-being is often overlooked. Overlooked means skipped or missed. Fueling a crisis. This is fueling a crisis. What is the crisis? Driven by materialism and a growing disconnect from community and self-awareness. The developmental aspiration is keep on increasing. Mental well-being is often overlooked. Subsequently, the problem, these are the causes. And this portion, so this portion is the cause. Increase in the aspiration and mental well-being is often overlooked. This is the cause, and this is the effect. Disconnect from the community and lack of self-awareness. This is the effect. So this is the cause, and this is the effect. As the core of this crisis are existential questions that have guided human thought since times of Socrates and Aristotle, such as um, that means at the core of this crisis are existential questions. So, what are all the questions that have guided the human thought? Means some questions were asked by some people uh, that have guided the human thought since the times of Socrates and Aristotle. So, what are all such questions? Who am I? What is the purpose of my life? How should I live? Uh, Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living, highlighting the need for self reflection. So, they are talking about some important questions asked by philosophers. Next, Aristotle linked the good life to eudaimonia, flourishing through virtuous living. So today, uh, these essential inquiries are overshadowed by. So these are the essential inquiries are overshadowed by what? Pursuit of efficiency, productivity, and material wealth. So pursuit of efficiency, productivity, and material wealth. So these three things overshadowing the Essential inquiries. As India embraces consumerism, so we just hugged or we invited consumerism. Consumerism means we started purchasing some materials and we are happy for purchasing it. So that is called embracing consumerism. This focus on affluence distances individuals from deeper self-reflection, exacerbating the mental health crisis. So consumerism. So we purchase the materials for ourselves, and this focus on affluence, this creates distance between the individuals from deeper self-reflection and exacerbating the mental health crisis. And this is the cause for the mental health crisis. Rising stress and anxiety. Anxiety means it is um, 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 being sorrow or being always worried. So that is called anxiety. So India is grappling with what? With a mental health epidemic. Epidemic means it is a disease, contagious disease, with millions suffering from disorders such as depression and anxiety. So many are suffering with depression and anxiety. Millions. So they are telling that millions are suffering from. So India is grappling with mental health epidemic with millions. So they are telling, they're describing India is suffering from a mental health epidemic and suffering from disorders such as depression and anxiety. The relentless pressures means excess pressure on urban living, financial instability, and fierce competition are significant contributors. So these uh, so what are all contributing this depression and anxiety? Number one, relentless pressures on urban living, financial instability, and fierce competition. So these three items are contributing for the um, depression and anxiety. Even those who achieve material success often find that wealth and status do not deliver well being. So, this is a sentence uh, or this is a clause. Wealth and status do not deliver the true well being. Um, This is for whom, even for those who achieve material success, often find that. So, for these people who achieve material success, often means quickly, means encountered multiple times that wealth and status do not deliver true well-being for whom, for those who achieve material success. Instead, many feel isolated, disconnected from their communities, experiencing a profound sense of purposelessness. Uh, so, even though they have material success, um, many feel isolated, disconnected from the communities, and experiencing a profound sense of purposelessness. So, this is describing about the person who succeeded in the material success. While material wealth provides temporary comfort, so they are going to describe about it fails to meet deeper emotional and psychological needs. So that is, it means material wealth fails to meet deeper emotional and psychological needs, where material wealth provides a temporary comfort. So they are giving a two information. So first information giving that material wealth provides a temporary comfort. At the same time, it fails to meet deeper emotional and psychological needs. So these two are contradictory sentences. So that is why they use the word while. While material wealth provides temporary comfort, it fails to meet a deeper emotional and psychological needs. The growing focus on consumerism, particularly in urban areas. So in urban areas, the that is in the where the consumerism is growing in urban areas, particularly in urban areas, has fostered a culture. Foster means it is means imposing a culture where luxury, conspicuous goods define status. So goods, that is conspicuous goods, define status. Luxury and goods. Luxury and goods define status. So we are thinking like this. So this leads to feeling of inadequacy, stress, and social comparison. Stress and social comparison. So these three were done due to this this luxury and goods which define status. If those things define the status, and this leads to inadequacy, stress, and social comparison. As Ernest and Becker noted, means he has said something that much of human behavior is driven by the fear of impermanence and insignificance. So we are constantly driven by what? Fear of impermanence and insignificance. So people chase material wealth for social validation, hoping it will bring lasting happiness, but this pursuit neglects self-awareness. So they are telling the first sentence, people chase material wealth. For what? For social validation, hoping it will bring lasting happiness, means prolonged happiness. But this pursuit, but at the same time, they are contradicting that this pursuit neglects self awareness. The endless quest for affluence disconnects individuals from the essential elements of a meaningful life, self-awareness, purpose, and meaningful relationship, trapping them in a cycle of dissatisfaction. The endless quest for affluence. Endless quest means we are quest. The endless quest for what? For affluence disconnects the individuals from the essential elements. So, what are all the essential elements? Essential elements of a meaningful life: self-awareness, purpose, and meaningful relationships are the essential elements of a meaningful life. Instead of doing this, that trapping them in a cycle of dissatisfaction. Which one is trapping? The endless quest for affluence. Instead of mm, providing the essential things, uh, people are trapped in the cycle of dissatisfaction. To break this cycle, we must rethink. So, what we have to do? What we have to rethink? What constitutes a good life? So, to break this cycle, we must rethink what. So, this is the connection word. What? What constitutes a good life? We must rethink what constitutes a good life. Current political and economic priorities reinforce. What is reinforcing? The political priorities or economic priorities reinforcing the belief. What is that belief? That wealth and consumption equate to happiness. Actually, we believe what? Wealth and consumption equate to happiness. But that is not true. That's what they're trying to say. This mindset shapes societal norms, encouraging consumption-driven choices that further entrench the mental health crisis. So it is further entrenching in the mental health crisis. So collective action, uh, community as solutions to address this crisis. What is this crisis? The crisis of mental health. We must shift focus from to, from, if there is a word from, and there should be a word to. From what? From individual success to collective well-being. So we have to have shift from what? From individual success to collective well-being. Studies show that. So whenever the word that is used, so you can stop here and you can read the remaining portion. It gives a full meaning. Before, just you put a slash near that and read the full meaning. It gives a full meaning. That is the main clause. Strong social connections, supportive communities, and meaningful work are critical to mental health. Studies shows that. So this is a subordinate clause. Studies shows that what what is what is the matter answered here. Strong social connections, supportive communities, and meaningful work are critical to mental health. So this is the study revealed. However, so they are going to contradict with the previous sentences. So what is the contradiction? Work-life balance and legal protection are increasingly under threat. Uh, so when compared to the previous sentences, they are contradicting with the word, however, that work-life balance and legal protection are increasingly under threat. The socio-political climate in India. Next line, where is used to describe India, where young individuals desperately strive for consumeristic good life has lead to, uh, then they have used the word comma. So young individuals, so it is describing about the young individuals. So if you put these young individuals here, this sentence is complete. Young individuals has lead to proposals such as extended work hours. So this is how any big sentence you have to break down into small fragment sentences, and then you should try to understand. For instance means for example. So this is a subordinate clause and this is the main clause. The Karnataka Shops and Commercial Establishments Bill 2024. So this is a bill. This is a noun. So permits. So this is the verb. What it permits, or who it or uh, whom it permits employees to work more than 12 hours a day. It permits the employees uh, to work more than 12 hours a day up to 120 hours in 3 months. So this bill permits employees uh, to work more than 12 hours a day up to 20-25 hours in 3 months. So this is how the sentence should be fragmented, and you should try to understand the things. Amid amid rapid urbanization and personal achievement. So this is a um, um, subordinate clause, and this is the main clause actually. It is essential to remind ourselves of the deeper meaning and purpose in life that can be found through community joy and friendship. So this that is used to describe the purpose in life. Uh, Purpose in life that can be found through community joy and friendship. Examples from other countries offer lessons. So this is a main clause. In Brazil, this is a subordinate clause. In Brazil is a subordinate clause. Then main clause, community gardens. This is the noun. Have helped verb who of residents. So gardens have helped residents reconnect residents reconnect by sharing the responsibilities and fostering a sense of belonging. So this is a describing the residents. Um, Similar initiatives in India could counteract the isolation fostered by urban living and consumerism, bring people together to create stronger social bonds. So sentences should be fragmented into small pieces and you should try to understand. Improving mental health requires embracing community oriented living that challenges the individual's lifestyle prompted by consumer culture. So if you read up to here, from here to here, it gives a clear meaning. Challenges the individuals. So improving mental health requires what? Embracing community oriented living uh, that challenges the individual's lifestyle prompted by consumer culture. Uh, this community oriented living uh, is challenging what? Challenges the individualized lifestyle prompted by consumer culture. Modern consumerism equates freedom with personal consumption, weakening a social bonds that traditionally held communities together. So this that is used for describing. So this portion of the sentence is used for describing the social bonds. Modern consumerism equates freedom with personal consumption, weakening social bonds, so that traditionally held communities together. So, which one else the traditionally held the communities together? Social bonds. In contrast, so this is you're going to speak about um, the totally contrast to the previous sentence he is going to write. The community living fosters a sustainable alternative, shared responsibility, collective purpose, and mutual support create an environment that nurtures emotional and psychological well-being. So, when compared to personal consumption, this community living fosters a sustainable alternative. So that means if in a house, if there are four individuals, if all the four individuals have four cars, then consumerism, this trend goes towards consumerism. When we have a single car for four members, it is sustainable, and we have to share the responsibility, and we have to talk to each other, and it is a collective purpose is there. There will be mutual support, create an environment that nurtures emotional and psychological well-being. In community settings, in community settings, people share resources and experiences. So they share, people shares what? Resources and experiences. Resources and experiences, reducing the pressure to compete for individual success. This strengthens what this strengthens what social support networks and reintroduces the value of interdependence, where well-being is measured by relationships and contributions to the group rather than personal wealth. So they are comparing uh, two things. Well-being is measured by relationships and contributions to the group rather than personal wealth. So they are comparing two things actually. Unlike the isolation and comparison prompted by consumer culture, community living fosters empathy, mindfulness, human connection, providing fulfillment through shared experiences. So, in olden days, uh, our grandfathers, grandmothers, they used to share their experiences. So, that's what the community living, we can get experiences from others. So that's what they are saying. These environments offer a sense of belonging, purpose, and security, all of which are crucial for reducing stress and mental health issues. These environments offer a sense of belonging, offer a sense of belonging, purpose, and security, all of which are crucial for reducing stress and mental health. So this is also an additional description for those type of environments. Consumer choice and liberty. Um, a significant contributor to India's mental health crisis is the reduction of freedom to consumer choice. As India's middle class expands, so the middle class expands. So this is the cause. What is the effect? Many equate their ability to buy goods with personal freedom and success. So this is the effect. However, this perspective prioritizes material wealth over deeper values such as equality and fraternity. Mm. So this they are contradicting contrast sentences. The result is a society. So this is a society where is used to describe the society where happiness is measured by mind power, leading to an endless cycle of consumption that does little to improve long-term mental health. By reducing freedom to consumer choice, individuals feel, so this is a cause and this is the effect. Individuals feel growing inadequacy, unable to meet rising standards of success. So this is the effect. In contrast, prioritizing connection, community, and equity provides a healthier foundation for both personal well-being and societal progress. Addressing India's mental health crisis requires rethinking what it means to live a good life. We must challenge the materialistic notion of success and refocus on mental, emotional, and social well-being. The solution lies the solution lies in adopting alternative pathways that prioritize community and collective action over individual wealth accumulation. So this is the portion describing about alternative pathways. So what is the alternative pathway to be adopted? You have to prioritize the community and collective action over individual wealth accumulation. So this is the solution they want to emphasize here. Programs that promotes mindfulness, social emotional learning, community living, and mental health awareness are essential for uh, creating a culture that values mental well-being. So mental well-being is valued uh, for creating a culture. So this is the programs that promote mindfulness, social emotional learning, community living, and mental health awareness are essential. They are trying to emphasize that these are essential for creating a culture that values mental well-being. So most of the time, the mental well-being is not valued properly. Additionally, so they're in addition to that, this previous sentence, they're going to give this information. What is the additional information? Social policies that reduce inequality. So this is a social policy. You are using a word that. So you are going to describe about the social policy. Social policy that reduce inequality and provide mental health support are crucial to address the crises. A truly good life is not about how much we can buy or achieve, but about how we relate to ourselves, our communities, and our environment. So they are comparing two sentences. How much we can buy or achieve. This is not the good life, but about how we relate ourselves, our communities, and our environment. So they are just comparing these two lines. By prioritizing community, equity, and mental health well-being, we can build a healthier, more connected society. So connected society, the sentence where you are going to describe about the connected society. Connected society where people feel supported and valued. Only by addressing the root causes of mental health crisis can we pay the way can we pay the way for a more meaningful and fulfilling future for all. So the point I want to say here is you have to break the complex sentences into a main clause and subordinate clause, and where the transitions are used and where the comparison connection words are used. And in this way, you have to ask some questions: what, when, where, who, for what, for whom, how long, when, which month, which year. So these are all the questions should be asked while reading for better understanding. So with this, I close my lecture. Thank you.